Hello guys, how are you doing today? I hope that you are having a great day, amazing day. And yeah, my name is Michael and I am a QA engineer. It's a big pleasure stay here with you one more time. And okay, Michael, what you have for us today? Yeah, it's a good question. I like that. Okay, this is the video. It's related to the second part about uh, this one here. Okay, sorry, here. Salesforce plus Playwright plus TypeScript. Okay, and what I'm doing in here with this project that I will show you, I will give more details, of course, I promise. Basically here, I'm using the Salesforce. I'm using a trial of the Salesforce. It's free, everybody can use. And I use some components, some screen here. Like I'm more right now, my project is just focused in leads because I decide to work it more in the architecture of my project, and then I will jump or I will create more automation test. Okay, but basically I'm using the Salesforce as a free trial for create some automations and explore and how we can improve, how we can create a good architecture. Something that is very interesting about me, about my project, is that we can just like see the concept and see how I created, and we can use the idea, of course, with some adaptation, with some changes to use in different projects related to automation test. Okay, this is a good way to start. I'm working with this project for, a lot of time, of course, after the I basically hour, after my work as well. But yeah, I'm very excited to show you. I'm very excited to bring something that could be value, could be worth for you guys. And for me too, because it's a pleasure studying and learning, improve the concepts and see how we can do better next and next. I really like that one. And of course, studying. Okay, Michael, let's talk about the project. All right. Before I go to the project, I will show you two screens and I will try to explain that how how is my project. The picture can show you what I have and how I'm creating different class components and how I'm using. Okay, and after I will go to the project and VS Code, open, and I will show you a path. Just for example, create a lead, for example, and run. Okay, and of course I will tell you about I will tell more, but basically it's this scope. Oh, good. And here, okay, guys, this is the first page that I want to share with you. Here it's the flow overview about my project. Sorry. Okay, here I have some tests, and my tests, they are dividing according this picture, but I will just anticipate. I will tell you the API is not working perfect now. I have something I can connect with the Salesforce. I can create a lead, for example, but it's not. It's not. It's working, but it's not what I really want. For now it's good because I can continue, I can improve it, but it's not ready for the purpose of my studying as well. But okay, skip that, the API for now, and let's see in here. Here I have different tests as well, just example here. The second, I'm using the Chromium for run AI tests using browsers, interact with Salesforce UI. Okay, next, I'm using the pages for orchestrators. This is a good one. I have different responsibilities for different components as well. And here the next, I have the components and UI actions here. All right, and here I have the synchronization. Of course, I have the cross-cutting like logging, configuration, and utils helpers. Okay, and basically here, what was my idea? My idea was, okay, I want to create a project, but I want to have different responsibility. I want to use different concept, different partners for that, and reusable. I want what I'm designing of and what I'm seeing as a good project in automation test, or just, I mean, in my, in this case right now, I'm looking for a clear code. I'm looking for different class, different files, they can have their responsibilities. It's easily maintenance and easily reusable. And just for example, if the locators change it, we don't want to change in all the files. We can just concentrate and change in a specific file, for example. But this one, because of this one, I decided to create my project in automation test in this perspective, okay? And here and how the flow works together, okay? 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and so on, okay? But skip the API for now, okay? And for example, here, just let me just show you. And here it's just an example the n by n. The test, run test, pages, component, actions, and synchronize. Okay. Yeah. Let me just come back a little. All right. Okay. This is overview about the general. Maybe it's so complicated to understand, but just in here I have a lot of details, and if you just want to just pause this video and try to understand what I did here. Now the next picture, it's not concentrate, but it's more specific. Okay, this one is the lead flow. Basically, just in general, what I did, I create automation test. I create automation. The automation open the screen, open some like links, and fill some information, and click the button save and check the results. That's it. Okay, but now let me just translate this and the layers of my project. I mean the layer of my execution in here. The first one is this layer, test layer here. I mean, I start off the project. Sorry about the spelling here. I know it's wrong. My mistake. Sorry. Okay, and here I'm start, and I call load pages, assert lead, and test the end. Okay. The second layer of my architecture of my project as well, it's UI orchestration. Load pages, okay. And yeah, orchestrates the flow, calls the components, handles high levels of steps. The second one, it's component, navigation component, UI component, load for component, UI actions component, and those components validate the access. All right, and here I have the synchronization. Here, another layer, it's action synchronization here. Centralizes actions, like I'm using this for centralizers. Remember that in the first picture I told you about decentralize. I mean, if you need to just refactory, we don't need to change all the project. We have a specific class and component that we can just change if the locator of the screen is different or whatever. And yeah, and of course I'm centralize the waiting, or yeah, the waiting as well. Okay. Again, API is not working yet. It's here, but will be here. This is the idea. And yeah. Okay, now let me just read what's happening here. The test start and execute the scenario. I mean, create test. The test call load page is created. Leads page orchestrates the steps using components. Components perform the UI action, navigation, form, save, and validation. Every action uses centralizes action and synchronization. Lead is created in Salesforce. Jump, the 7, jump, the 8, and just go to the 9 and test asserts the results and test finish successfully. Okay, this is the flow about the lead. Okay, here it's how my project, how the automation test was created is doing right now. Okay, now let me jump to the my project as well. Let me just close this one. Let me just close others here. Okay. Let me just, sorry. Okay. Here it's my test. Should create a new lead. Okay. Here I'm create this one, the new load page here. Let me just do different. And here as well. Okay. Here it's a good one. Here is an example. Here I'm using the components like the leads. It's a if you go to the Salesforce, for example, and open the lead and try to insert try to create a lead, it's a lot of information there. And I decide to just create component and use them. Okay. Here, and here. Okay. All right, let me just come back in here. And here I'm open, and this just simple. You see, it's not that complicated. It's easy to understand. Open, I will open the URL here, and I will open the leads, and here I open the leads over here, like this one. It's here. All right. Here. Remember that I told you the actions here. Let me just open this one for you. Okay. In here, here's a good one to just be sure that the element is there when we need to click. This is very common happen in the automation test. Usually we need to wait for the locator. The locator needs to be visible before we click. And here it's a one way that we can just double check if it's there. But I like this one because I'm past this locator, but I'm testing here. I'm just checking if the locator is visible. Okay. This is a good one to avoid fluky, like sometimes the component, the locator is there, sometimes not. Here we can be sure that element will be there before we make the interaction. Okay, nice. Let me just come back from here again. All right, another one is create lead. Okay, here again, different. I have different component. I'm using different class for create my automation test. Here, it's a new one. Open a new lead form, and new one. It's this word here. Okay, and here. All right, let me just come back in here. Before, let me just see. Okay, again, look guy, I'm using this a lot of time. This is good because I'm sure I'm just double check the element is there that I'm recently explained. Here, great. Here, open. Okay, now I don't have nothing to explain more in here. Everything is here. Just okay. I'm just checking a new visible here. Maybe I need to refactor this one. I'm not sure. Let me just back in here, and now let me just fill. And fill, I'm using another component to transfer the responsibility. Okay, here it's here again, and here I'm using this one, and I'm fill the all. Here it's a div. I mean, here is the part of the how we can create a good testing in automation. You see here, person, contact, address, business. I have different component for that. Okay, and they work together, but yeah, it's easy to maintenance when we need. Okay, here lead, I'm passing the lead. Okay, let me just come back and again. Oh, one more time. Okay, and here I'm clicking the save. Okay, the same behavior, the same all the time. I'm checking this one. All right. Oh, here and here. Okay, here it's my expecting. I mean, this is how that I'm checking if the test it's good. I mean, if everything was good during the automation test. Okay. Yeah. Let me just run and see what's happening here. But I will run and like this one. Guys, I think I already told you in the another video, but we have different ways to run the automation test. Maybe I can create a video in the future and explain or just show you how you can execute one automation test like this way using different techniques, different ways. One way, for example, it's this one. Let me just create it here. I will right click, right click, and I will start to debug that. One more second. Let me just put it here. I know it's hard to see. One moment. I will fix. Let me just close this because this is not the part of this one. Okay, F10 or sorry, F10 or clicking here. I use F10. Okay, open. Okay, and now open a lead here. Okay, and now I will create. Michael, where is the button create? Just a moment, I will show you. Yeah, this one is. I don't like this type of thing. Okay. Okay, I think now it's better. Sorry, guys, I'm just and try to show you where I'm clicking. Yeah, okay. Now it's much better. Let me just continue. F10 or click in here, okay? And the top. 10. Here. Let me just fill here. Continue. Continue. Sorry, I have a lot of breakpoints. One more time. One more time. One more time. I'm just running here because maybe we will fail because I was expecting the green messaging, but let me just double check if it's okay. This is the mean that it's working good. Okay. And of course, here I have a lot of components. I'm using the API, but it's not ready. Yes, absolutely. And okay, let me just, I will come back to the picture and I will just say last words and then I will finish this video. Okay, guys. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. I know I did explain everything about my project. I did explain the component. I didn't show you a lot of files and class. Why I'm not doing this right now? It's because of the time of the video. Usually I prefer just keep the video shortly as my preference, because another way I could stay here for 1 hour and then I mean maybe it's not useful. I stay here for 1 hour to explain a lot of details. Okay. But as well, if you need a lot more detail, I can just split, or I can create a specific video to explain in different concepts or different components one by one if you need it. But yes, I really appreciate that. I will share the link of this project on Git. Sorry. Yes, it's there. It's already there. And one more time, it's a pleasure. It's amazing time that I can stay here and I can show you how I did, how I am creating, and how it's my progress it's going on. And I really appreciate your time, and I hope that you are having a great day. Guys, see you. Bye bye.